Hello and a warm welcome to my channel. I'm Terry Chapman, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my most recent visit with the light, which took place in my backyard on the night of April 10th, 2025. Here is the backstory of what transpired, which co-created this latest visitation. On Tuesday of this week, which was April 8th, work started on my home to have new shingles installed on my roof. The 3 contractors who examined my roof to give me their estimates for the job all explained the same thing, that I had 2 existing layers of shingles that would need to be removed and new shingles installed. Well, when the work actually began on my roof and the 2 layers of shingles were removed, it turned out that 2 more layers were hidden underneath, and those layers were tarp and gravel from 1950. The workers started removing the gravel, not knowing that the foreman and I were unaware of the hidden material, and the noise from the gravel falling into my attic from gaps in the wooden planked roof was the sign of trouble. The Cliff Notes version of what unfolded from there is that the entire roof had to be removed, the attic cleaned, sanitized, a new insulation put in, and a new roof built. By the end of next week, the job should be complete. As you can imagine, it's been a very stressful and time-consuming project. And because of this, I have spent time getting to know the foreman overseeing the work. Since I have so many angel statues in my front and backyard, the foreman felt comfortable enough sharing with me his personal love of Archangel Michael and the tattoo he has of Michael on his left arm. And in return, I shared with him my personal relationship with Archangel Michael and how Michael had gifted me with a 10 of clubs playing card back in 2017. Now, I shared the story of receiving that playing card in my video entitled God's Eternal Classroom, and I will provide the link to that video in the description below. Now, for those of you who do not know the story, in God's Eternal Classroom, I detailed how I had watched a spiritual hypnosis session on YouTube conducted by Alba Weinman on June 6, 2017. The video was entitled Going to School in the Afterlife, and in that session, the client under hypnosis was describing his experience when he physically died in a prior incarnation. The client said, as a spirit, he went into God's classroom to learn about light, creating with light, and about numbers. The number 9 is special because it's associated with Jesus, and the number 11 is associated with God. The number 10 is a chasm, and inside the chasm are 2 nets, a big net and a small net. And if you believe in Jesus, you go in one net, and if you don't believe, you go in another net. The same day, I shared the hypnosis video with my friend, and after she had watched it, she expressed that she was troubled by 10 representing a chasm, and she attached a negative connotation to it. She felt it was like people slipped into a black void and were recycled if they did not believe in Jesus. For me, I felt the chasm was a symbol of the transitional space or void as 1 prepares to see 11. Depending upon one's personal reality and beliefs, there is a choice to go one way or the other. Neither direction, or net as the client referred to it, is wrong or right, good or bad, For if God is all things, then the chasm is not separate from God. It is only one's beliefs that causes the illusion of separation. The next day I arrived home from work, and when I pulled into my driveway and got out of my car, I noticed a single playing card laying face down. The back of the card was red and featured 6 angels and 4 hearts. When I picked the card up and turned it over, it was the 10 of clubs. The message I received was that Archangel Michael had gifted the playing card to me as confirmation that the light knew that I had watched the Alba Weinman session, and they knew my thoughts and feelings regarding the number 10. But the story does not end there. Fast forward to September 13th, 2022, and I was having a similar conversation with my neighbor regarding the numbers 9, 10, and 11. That night, I had an experience in my backyard, in front of my pecan tree, where Jesus appeared to me on the left-hand side of the pecan tree, representing the number 9 in the color blue. And Archangel Michael and Archangel Zadkiel appeared on the right side of the tree trunk, representing God as number 11 in the color pink. The trunk of the tree represented the chasm of number 10. The fairy door at the base of the pecan tree has a 3-leaf clover that resembles the club on the playing card. Now, Archangel Michael could have left me a 10 of diamonds, a 10 of hearts, or a 10 of spades playing card back in 2017. Instead, I was gifted with the 10 of clubs, which aligned with the symbol on my fairy door, where the story of numbers 9, 10, and 11 played out again. So after showing the playing card to the foreman and showing him a still image of the light of Jesus and the archangels from the night of September 13th, 2022, he wanted to see the fairy door at the base of my pecan tree. So we went to the tree, and we could feel the presence of the light with us. That night, when I went into my backyard, I walked up to my Japanese maple tree, which is planted directly behind my pecan tree, and its branches and leaves surround my pecan tree. I immediately saw the light, and the light began spinning around in shades of blue and shades of pink to align with the numbers of 9 and 11, and again confirm my latest conversation about how the 10 of clubs playing card came into my possession. Think about the fact that I watched Alba Weinman's hypnosis session video almost 8 years ago, and the ripple effect it continues to have in my life. Each time I have spoken about the hypnosis session with someone and shared my thoughts about the numbers, the light has not only validated the conversation, but expanded the story. So with all that said, now I'm going to share the latest way the light has validated my conversation. I'm first going to share with you the actual experience. Then I'm going to share the experience in slow motion, which I have also underexposed. Or in other words, I've removed the lighting so you can watch how removing the light in the video actually reveals more details and colors of the light. And then I will share some underexposed still images of the light for you to be able to study these images, because watching the experience is only part of the story. Each still image is encoded with energy and information and healing that influences your own energy and well-being. Now, in addition, know that when the light first appears, it looks like this. And then the light morphs into several lights. And then there's a brief period when the light leaves, and when the light returns, it appears like this. About 47 seconds into the experience, watch for a stream of light above the light that briefly moves across the light and then leaves. Towards the end of the visit, there is a moth that flies around the light, so just know this is not a non-physical being. And finally, right before the visitation ends, I want you to see the form of the light, because it goes by so quickly that you cannot grasp the fine details with your eyes. So here we go for the 10th of April 2025. Yes, this latest experience happened on the 10th day. May my continuing storyline about the numbers 9, 10, and 11 illustrate that you do not need to be in the afterlife to learn about light, to connect with light, and create with light. For your words, your beliefs, and your intentions are the energetic co-creators with the light.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, where'd you go? you.